everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Essence, and in today's video I wanted to talk about perfection. Why do so many people strive for something that really isn't attainable? And the reason I bring this up was actually from a comment on one of my previous videos where I talked about what I believed the meaning of life was. And in the guy's comment, he was talking about that he doesn't think the end goal is perfection because it cannot be achieved, which I completely agree. And in fact, I said the end goal was to be the best version of ourselves. That does not mean in any way perfect. I don't think there is really any way to get rid of every single flaw in us. In fact, flaws are what make us unique. Flaws are what make us diverse. Weaknesses can be converted into strengths, and strengths can be made even stronger. But we are imperfect beings. And I have made peace with it. Doesn't mean that I should not better myself. It doesn't mean that I shouldn't strive to make myself better. It's just that if I focus on every little detail that is negative about me, or maybe not desirable to everybody, then I'm going to make myself miserable. I'm going to drive myself insane, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Perfection does not exist. And when I talked about the end goal being the best version of ourselves and working through our flaws and phobias and stuff like that, that still does not entail perfection. Perfection would be to have no effort, because there would be no reason to work on ourselves. And even if we do ascend to the higher plane where the one is, doesn't mean we're perfect. The guardian angels that serve him might seem like they are perfect, but they too have their own flaws. They are also imperfect beings. Demons are imperfect beings. Everything in this entire universe, no matter how it seems, is an imperfect being. Whenever someone says, I want this party to be perfect, I want this project to be perfect, obviously you're going to try and make something look as best as it can be, or have a situation turn out as smooth as possible, which is usually just a metaphor for that. It doesn't mean nothing's going to go wrong. Nothing can go wrong, because I'm going to quote one of the Leprechaun movies. As Shakespeare once said, shit happens. And I just love that quote. But to sum up, what I'm trying to say is that the end goal isn't perfection. It's just to temper ourselves to where we don't have as many weaknesses, many phobias, that we're not weak beings. And if it didn't sound like if it didn't sound like that's something I said in the meaning of life, I apologize. I don't work off a script when I do these videos. I basically just say what's on my mind, and I try not to forget, but sometimes I do. And so I just wanted to reiterate on that in case other people were feeling the same way when they watched that video, and just say that I do agree that perfection cannot be achieved because it does not exist. No one is perfect. Even the one is not perfect. So if he's not perfect, then who am I telling? But I just wanted to capitalize on that, especially because it also has everything to do with people's spiritual path. You're not going to get everything right. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn, hopefully learn from those mistakes. You're going to have traumas in your life, and it might take a while to get over them. Some people don't get over them. But we try. We live life, we try. That's all we can do in this life. Try to the best of our abilities to make it every day. That's what I try to do. I get up every morning and I go to a long work day where the work just keeps piling up and there's not really that much reward for it and it doesn't fill my soul. And when I get home, I'm super tired and I want to work on things. I want to be productive, but I'm just too tired to do so. And, as much as I would love to be a perfect human being with no flaws and nothing, no problems with me, I would be probably a pretty boring human being because I think people with flaws are actually very interesting. People who have their own quirks, people have their own personalities. We can't all be the same. And if there is a world where all people are the same, I do not want to go to that world. Perfection cannot be achieved. We do the best we can with what we are given. We strive to make ourselves better one day at a time. And in time, with all the hard work and effort and dedication that we put into ourselves, we will eventually come out a better version of ourselves. Not a perfect version, but a better version. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And I hope you have a good day.